I don't know what the volume's going to be like. This is a new phone because the other one just gave problems. So I had to replace it, and I find this one's quite difficult to get used to because it does things differently to how the previous one did, and things like it doesn't record audio anywhere near as well. So this may not come out, but we'll see how it goes. It's the 4th today, isn't it? What's happened there? Bollocks. 4th of September. Time goes. So I just have to write something down before I start. Well, what's the news? I just got back from seeing my father. It's the second time I've journeyed to visit him. It's about five and a half hours drive from here. The first time was a few weeks ago. I've talked about it on here, I think. I went with my friend because I had some transport issues, which he very kindly offered to facilitate the operation. How did it go? I'm sure I talked about last time, so I'll just talk about this time. Bear with me just for a moment. Oh, just eating something is disgusting. Oh. Very, very unpleasant. As you know, he's very frail and not mobile. He has a live-in carer. Or 2 live-in carers, but he's very keen that I only meet one of them. So is the carer. But oddly, so is my brother, whom I haven't met. And whom, if I'm honest, I got no desire to meet. My father is keen that I do, but he has not too much pressure on me. The carer is also acting, as far as I can tell, for my brother, and she is very keen that I get in touch. She keeps saying, "Why you not want to see your brother?" Or words to that effect. Technology. For some reason, I'm not connecting. Let's try again, shall we? No. Why is that? Why is my phone not connecting? Oh, this is boring, isn't it? Trying to play music, but nothing will connect to the loudspeaker. Right, let's have another try. No, that won't play either. I don't understand. It's not important, but it's just annoying. Well, so far I've said nothing about my father, really. I do feel that in the past 40 odd years when I haven't seen him, he has created some sort of how would I say, some sort of fantasy personality or fantasy existence. And I feel all the time I'm proving him wrong. And at some point he's going to get fed up with this and tell me to bugger off because I'm not who he wants me to be. But who he wants me to be is not who I am. That's it. I can't be someone else just to please him. Even if I wanted to. And another problem is his memory of my mother. Now, I remember my mother as a poisonous, vindictive person. She was spiteful and unkind. And I really don't remember my parents getting on at all well. They didn't. I never for a moment got the impression that they got on well together, that they even liked one another. And here he is repeatedly saying how wonderful my mother was. How she would have died for me. This all come out of the blue. And I think, that's not my mother. That's not what I remember. don't remember you getting on, and I don't remember her being pleasant to me at all. And in fact, my father relates to me tales of how poisonous his mother was. And I can't help thinking, this sounds just like my mother. Is this because after his children had all gone their own way, he and my mother had 30 years where for the first time they actually had sufficient money and time, and they just seem to have spent, I know he was doing various bits of work, but they spent a lot of time travelling in Europe. And it's like their life changed. And he's remembering that part, not what went before. The various things he says, which some I let go because he's old, it's his memory going. And some I just can't let go. He was saying, last time I saw him a couple of days ago, how he remembers well and feels very embarrassed, mortified about the fact that he sent his children off to school with second-hand clothes, that his wife would buy second-hand uniforms for us. And I had to tell him that's just not the case. He said they had to buy 3 new uniforms every year. Again, no, not the case. My school jackets would last for years until they were unusable. And they came new. I remember the shops they came from. I remember also that being a non-standard size, being tall and thin, it was a problem getting clothes to fit. And they certainly weren't second-hand. But this non-standard sizing actually worked in my favour. Because I was able to use it to get non-standard, non-uniform clothing items. So jackets and trousers that didn't actually fit within the uniform regulations but were close enough to get by. Now I wouldn't forget that because I made that work to my advantage. And I can assure you that wasn't achieved by buying second-hand clothes every year. That's just a trivial point. There's the other ones like remembering me being good at maths. No. Events which are different to how I remember them. It's easy to put it down as his failing memory. But I don't know. Did we grow up in parallel universes? That there are these huge discrepancies? I don't know. I don't understand.